Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ginika. If you're a new subscriber, you are welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Thank you to my returning subscribers. But if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please kindly do the needful. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my experience traveling to India on a research visit. This video may likely be in series, so please look out for subsequent video. I had the opportunity to travel to India on a one-year research visit in 2019, courtesy of the Twas PhD Fellowship. Precisely on August 5, 2019, I boarded a flight from the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, to the Indira Gandhi International Airport, Delhi, India. I boarded this flight via the Ethiopia Airways, so we had a layover at the Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, Ethiopia. The flight from Lagos to Ethiopia was roughly 5 hours 30 minutes. Immediately I got to the airport at Ethiopia, I was able to connect to a free Wi-Fi, and I immediately contacted my family via WhatsApp, telling them I've landed in Ethiopia. The layover at Ethiopia Airport was supposed to last for just 2 hours, but due to bad weather, our flight that was supposed to take us to Delhi was delayed for 2 hours. The following day, August 6, 2019, I arrived at the Indira Gandhi International Airport, Delhi at some minute before 10 a.m. I had a connecting flight to take from Delhi to Pune, which was my final destination, and that flight was actually scheduled for 10 a.m. I had just few minutes, less than 10 minutes, to be able to board my flight from Delhi to Pune. Thankfully, due to bad weather conditions as well, the flight from Pune too was also having a little delay in taking off. I was to board Viastra Airlines from Delhi to Pune, and they were probably informed about the delay in our flight from Ethiopia. So a porter was assigned to wait for me at the gate where we're disembarking from the plane, for those of us that were coming in from Ethiopia to Delhi. And the porter was carrying a placard with my name written on it, Ginika Chukwu Nnabuike. I was shocked. It seemed like I was in a movie because I only see things like that in a movie. Immediately I walked up to him, introduced myself that I am Ginika. He said, "Can you run?" I said, "Yes, I can run." He said, "You have less than 10 minutes to make it to your flight to Pune, otherwise you will miss the flight." Hey, first time flyer like me that I don't know anything about flight, I was scared. And you know, we have to first of all make it to immigration because I was just coming into India for the first time, so I have to get cleared at immigration. We rushed first to the immigration, then we ran to our boarding gate, and immediately I entered the Viastra plane. The flight took off. On my flight from Lagos to Ethiopia and from Ethiopia to Delhi, I had a very good experience, especially with the food. My flight from Delhi to Pune was approximately 2 hours. In the Viastra plane, the attendant came to meet me when it was time for food and was asking me, veg or non-veg? She was like, do I want vegetarian meal or non-vegetarian meal? It then dawned on me that the environment has changed, because when I was coming from Lagos to Ethiopia, from Ethiopia to Delhi, nobody asked me. Of course, Ethiopian Airlines just served us our common African dish. I just said something and they brought the food. I don't know what it was, but I ate it and it tasted nice. I enjoyed it. I arrived at Pune Airport at past 12 in the afternoon on that same Tuesday, August 6, 2019. When I came out of the airport, I was so shocked to see my host waiting for me outside with a very big white smile. She was also carrying a placard with my name written on it. It was another sweet sight to behold. I was shocked to see her because she already told me some days ago in an email that she will not be able to come and pick me at the airport, but will be sending a research student. Apparently, there was a heavy rainfall in Pune that day that made the university to declare a public holiday because students couldn't come to the university due to flooding. She did me the honor of coming herself to the airport to pick me up. You should have seen the big hug she gave me. Oh my God, it was so welcoming, so refreshing. And then she kissed me on my 2 cheeks. I was so happy to see her. I was excited. I already knew from that warm welcoming that I was in for a good experience in her laboratory. No shaking. We left for the car park at the airport where her cab was already waiting to take us down to the university. It was 11 kilometers from the airport to the university. I've been hearing that India is so big, but I didn't understand until I witnessed it myself. Immediately we came out from the airport, I first of all started seeing tall buildings. I was seeing billboards with "Keep Pune Clean," a green India. You know, everything just changed. I was seeing plenty cars on the road, plenty people. The sight I saw that day I've never seen. Upon arriving at the Savitribai Pune University, finally, my host checked me into the wonderful university's research lodge. She told me that I can walk up to the reception and request they help me call her when I am fully rested. I took a shower and I immediately fell asleep. At 8 p.m., I was woken by a sharp hunger pang in my stomach. When I was packing my bag from Nigeria to India, I packed lots of Nigerian food stuff. I packed my local Igbo delicacies like you talk about, like egusi, ogbono, you know, those local food, dried fish, dried pomo. But it didn't occur to me that I should pack landing food stuff like maybe little snack, maybe Milo and make, because I know they have it and it was cheaper actually in India. Something that I can actually nibble on upon landing to hold myself pending when I go shopping. That was one mistake I made. So I held malt and bread in my hand luggage actually while I was boarding at Lagos airport, but those people there collected it that I can't board with. So my guy told me to call her through the receptionist, and I went straight to the reception. Told the receptionist that I want to call my guide on this number, speaking English. And the guy was looking at me strangely, and I was confused. And the next thing, it just occurred to me, just show him my phone with my guide number, and he now understood. The predominant language you will hear people speak in India is Hindi, but coming down to Pune, because Pune is in Maharashtra, they speak Marathi. But in the university settings, of course, you will still learn speaking English. But don't be confused. The first language they will speak to you, regardless of your skin color, may be their own local language. Don't feel bad about it or offended. It's just their own way of preserving their local heritage. I wish I knew how to use a Google Translator then when I was having challenge communicating with the receptionist, but of course, I learned about Google Translator the following day when I complained to my lab mates about what transpired. They told me they download Google Translator and it was hassle-free communicating to the locals. So he called my guide for me and she came down almost immediately, like she has been waiting for that call, with a cab driver, and off we went to the most luxurious hotel I have ever been to, Asaden, the luxurious Green Park Hotel, Pune. When we arrived, we made our order. She ordered, and after it was just few minutes wait time. You should see the luxurious spread of food on our table. The food was superb. I was given a warm welcome, a warm hosting befitting for kings. I ate and demanded that she should please. I demanded that they pack the rest for me, the leftovers, because I cannot come and waste food, so that I can take it back to my lodge and then gently devour it when I'm hungry. There's this thing Indians normally chew after eating food. They call it mukwas. They say it's for fresh bread to aid digestion. I was offered, but the taste, it off me. I didn't enjoy it. While we were having our dinner, we had pleasant conversation. She asked me a lot of questions about my country, Nigeria, about the kind of food we eat. If we eat lentils, I was confused. Lentils, bao, just say beans, you know, the type of beans. If you have black-eyed beans, nothing actually prepared me for those kind of questions when I was coming. So in case you are traveling to a new country, please get prepared to answer a lot of questions about your country. She asked me about politics in Nigeria, how the politicians are, if they are always living up to their campaign promise, if they are corrupt. Told me about her numerous trips to Germany, France, America, because she's widely traveled, an international research scholar. After we had a beautiful night, she took me back to my lodge and told me before leaving that she was going to be sending a research student the following day to come and pick me down to the laboratory. Meanwhile, during the dinner, I was wearing something like what I am putting on here now, a gown like this. I didn't know that in India it was made as a night wear. Talk about ignorance. Ignorance, they say, is not an excuse. The lady did not come on time. You know, I was already excited, looked forward to waking up that morning. I woke up as early as 7:30. By 8, I was dressed, carried my bag, waiting for the research student to come. I didn't know that in India, at least in the university settings, to the best of my knowledge, the official starting time for things are like 10 a.m. Unlike Nigeria, where I'm coming from, when you say you're coming to school, anything, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is our official start time. But it wasn't like that in India. So my lab mate that came to pick me took me for every necessary documentation, like the FRRO that needed to be done. You know, when you're a foreigner in a new country, you need to register. Before I could get accommodation, I need to swear an oath at their at their local court. She took me, and because it was far from the school, we needed to book. Because of their population, it was easier for them to commute via motorcycle, that is the two-wheeler. They call it as two-wheeler, or via keke, what they call auto rickshaw. Thank God I was taken to the court by my lab mates, because everything written about that oath form was in Marathi. I couldn't understand. But then again, you know, when you're going to a new country or you're experiencing a new culture for the first time, you just have to be open-minded and be ready to embrace things that come your way. That same day, I was able to now secure my accommodation at the University International Ladies Transit House. I only spent one night at the guest house. We went on to purchase my SIM card, a Geo SIM, so that I can be communicating with my family. When I was coming to India, I did my due diligence by researching what the weather looked like to know what to expect. So on Google, I saw that I was arriving in August, monsoon season. And Google described monsoon as a season where you just have light rain, showers, the environment is green, warm and pleasant. And because I already have this mindset that India is very hot and can get as hot as 45 degrees Celsius, I didn't understand that monsoon could also mean that the weather then is cold and could get 20 degrees Celsius, especially at night. So I didn't travel with sweater. I was cold. Thank God for my host that she gifted me this beautiful thick sweater. Towards December in Pune, they experienced their own winter and it was really cold. I didn't know India could be cold. After a week of all the necessary documentation, I was now fully settled into my host research lab. I met with all our research students, and together we were ready to work magic on our research. Because I left my 4-month-old baby back home, my guide, being a woman, she understood that I could get worried and, you know, may not, and that might be a little bit distracting for me in my research work. She encouraged me to just maximize my 1-year period, enjoy life this 1 year you are here, and make the most out of this 1 year. How I wish I understood, appreciated, and also utilized those statements that time. I actually had a very good work-life balance. She made it so seamless. The first few Sundays when I arrived, she would just take me out, show me the beautiful cities of Pune. We grab ice cream together, eat dinner together. It was a pleasant experience. Towards December in that 2019, she organized a lab vacation. We visited Assam, we visited Bagdogra, so many wonderful tourism places, Darjeeling, Kalimpong. My expectation before going to India was nothing close to what I actually saw, because people already poisoned my mind, oh, India is this and India is that. But thank God I was open-minded, and when I got there, I met the opposite of what I was told. My lab mates were so welcoming, so accommodating, very ready to help me in my research. In fact, they didn't like stress. Any small thing, maybe they walk small moment like this, they are going for a tea break, which even made our research work less stressful. The mindset I had was that Indians are workaholic and you can work for straight 12 hours without any break. The highest break you might take is 10 minutes, but my experience was quite different. Indians are mostly Hindu worshippers. Like my guide, she's an Hindu. But because she's so accommodating, she knew that I am a Christian. So on her own, she started looking out for churches. She took me to churches in Pune. I was so touched. Thankfully, I just politely told her that, oh, I'm sorry, my denomination is quite different, and I already made arrangements to join the Watchman Charismatic Renewal Movement in India. Shout out to WCRM India. One of the things that made my journey in India very, very conducive was I had wonderful fellow Twas recipients. Shout out to you all. I had wonderful neighbors at the International Ladies Transit House of Savitribai Phule Pune University, and I had a good experience visiting India. So I'm sharing my story today to encourage somebody. Are you trying to embark on a journey or something? Is there a process you are trying to go on and people are already telling you the negative light of that particular thing? My dear, please do not worry. Just do you. Go for it. Your story might end up being different. It doesn't have to be the way somebody else experienced it. So just go, explore, be open-minded, and embrace. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm sure you like this video, so please kindly give my video a like, share my video, please comment. Your commenting will be helping my analytics and will let YouTube suggest my video to other people. Till I come your way in my next video. Bye.